Late winter often brings that familiar urge to reset our surroundings. It's the time of year when the home feels both comforting and slightly restless, like something's out of tune but hard to name. Many homeowners notice it, that subtle sense that the space almost works but not entirely. Everything seems orderly, yet the mood feels just a little off. Sometimes it's not clutter or bad taste that creates that unease. It's the quiet details, how furniture interrupts movement, how light falls unevenly, or how storage quietly fails. The home looks fine, but it doesn't feel finished. And that feeling, more than anything, signals something deeper about design harmony. Designers often describe it as an imbalance between form and flow. You can't always see what's wrong. You feel it first. It's the invisible friction between layout, proportion, and emotional comfort. That's why understanding design psychology helps to bridge the heart and structure of a home. This guide explores 5 areas that often cause a home to feel almost right. Each category explains what might be slightly out of balance and how to fix it gently but effectively. You'll discover ways to adjust rhythm, scale, light, storage, and personality without overhauling everything. Every shift adds clarity and comfort, turning subtle disorder into seamless flow. Because ultimately, what we seek isn't a perfect house. It's one that feels instinctively right, supportive, cohesive, and alive. Many homes lose comfort not because of too much stuff, but because of poor spatial rhythm. Furniture often gets placed by habit, not intention. A sofa might face the wrong direction, or a table slightly blocks a natural path. It's not chaos, just quiet misalignment. That tension ripples through the entire room. One homeowner, for instance, had a narrow walkway between her sofa and dining area. No one ever tripped, but everyone moved awkwardly through it. By rotating her sofa just 10 degrees, she opened a natural flow behind it. Immediately, the room felt bigger and more relaxed. A small shift, but deeply felt. The reason it works is simple: people move intuitively. When a path feels open, the mind stays calm. Visual and physical flow create emotional flow. Rooms breathe easier when circulation follows obvious sight lines. That's what designers call comfort by instinct. Fixing flow costs nothing but awareness. Stand at each doorway and observe what blocks your view or motion. Remove, shift, or angle items that interrupt it. You'll be surprised how furniture you already own can serve you better. Harmony often begins with simply moving what's already there. Good flow doesn't demand more furniture, just better choreography. Let pieces guide movement, not stop it. That's how a room becomes effortless, not because it's empty, but because everything lands where it belongs. Sometimes, a home feels unsettled because the elements don't relate well to each other. Maybe the rug feels too small, or a lamp disappears under a 12-foot ceiling. It's not a design flaw so much as a matter of visual proportion. The eyes notice balance before the brain does. A client once replaced a delicate chandelier with a broad pendant over her dining table. That one change anchored the entire space. The light no longer floated, it gathered the room visually. Suddenly, the scale matched the space's personality. Felt grounded, not tentative. A room achieves harmony when large and small shapes share conversation. Big silhouettes offer calm, while smaller objects create rhythm. Too much of one and the design loses depth. It's like music that needs both bass and melody. Correcting scale doesn't always require new furniture. You can lift visual weight by adding tall drapes or large artwork. Even a single vertical plant can balance low seating. When the eye reads coherence from top to bottom, the room feels naturally elevated. Proportion is one of design's quietest forces. When it's right, few notice, but when it's wrong, everyone feels uneasy. Calibrating it often costs little, yet delivers emotional luxury. Lighting can make or break the mood of a well-styled home. Many depend solely on a single ceiling fixture that flattens all texture. The result is brightness without depth, clarity without comfort. It makes the room feel finished on paper but sterile in emotion. One homeowner learned this firsthand. She replaced her overhead bulb with 3 light sources: a table lamp, a soft wall sconce, and a dimmable pendant. That layering restored warmth instantly. Textiles looked richer, artwork glowed softly, and conversations lingered longer. Designers often call this emotional temperature. Warm lighting slows energy, cooler tones activate it. Using various levels of brightness mimics natural daylight, helping spaces shift gracefully from morning to evening. It's less about fixtures and more about life rhythm. The cost can range from low to moderate, depending on the fixtures chosen. But even without new lamps, changing light bulbs to a consistent tone, around 2700K to 3000K, transforms atmosphere. Many underestimate how coherence in color temperature unifies a home. When lighting feels intentional, a room becomes emotionally responsive. That's the hidden beauty of design. You don't just see it, You feel it. No home feels settled with clutter whispering from every surface. Even beautiful decor loses meaning when it competes with random items. Storage, therefore, is emotional design. It dictates peace of mind. Many people chase aesthetic upgrades when what they really need is containment. In one condo, 3 baskets near the window constantly overflowed with odds and ends. The fix was a custom bench with hidden drawers. The same storage, better managed, instantly upgraded the mood of the room. It looked intentional rather than improvised. The principle is simple. Open space calms the mind because it signals control. Visual predictability, not perfection, is what creates peace. When every belonging has a home, clutter stays in check naturally. That's how design maintains comfort long-term. Solutions here vary from free editing to investment-level built-ins. The important part is to think vertically. Use tall cabinets or wall-mounted storage to free the floor and lift the eye. Vertical calm creates perceived spaciousness. Order, once integrated, prevents clutter from creeping back. That's not just function, it's enduring emotional relief. home can be styled perfectly yet still feel uninhabited. That happens when personality gets edited out in pursuit of perfection. The final layer, your story, is what turns beauty into belonging. Without it, rooms stay technically right but emotionally distant. Take the homeowner who loved travel but avoided displaying her keepsakes. Once she grouped her postcards and pottery by warm, sandy hues, the collection suddenly looked deliberate. It wasn't clutter anymore, it was a visual diary. That emotional continuity unified her entire space. Cohesion is about repetition, not matching. A hint of a color repeated in textiles, art, or finishes builds subtle consistency. It's soothing to the eye, like rhythm in quiet music. Every repetition reaffirms identity. This layer costs nothing, only editing and restraint. Remove the pieces that don't reflect your story. Keep what feels meaningful, then display it with purpose. Personality should guide cohesion, not the other way around. A home infused with story gains enduring charm. Beauty may fade with trends, but authenticity always endures. When a home feels almost right, the problem usually hides in small misalignments. Flow, scale, light, storage, and story work like instruments, each needs tuning. Align them, and the result is harmony. Let them drift, and comfort subtly erodes. True design isn't about dramatic renovation. It's about noticing and refining what already exists. The smallest realignment can release tension you didn't know was there. Every deliberate choice adds a layer of ease. The ultimate goal is not perfection, it's rhythm. Spaces that flow naturally feel trustworthy and human. They welcome both structure and spontaneity. They feel alive but never chaotic. Every thoughtful change brings quiet confidence. You start to recognize your home not just as a container, but as a reflection. A reflection of everything you value in comfort and calm. That's when almost right transforms into effortlessly right. Because ease isn't found, it's created, one intentional detail at a time.